Hey kids, Robin Robbins here, founder of technologymarketingtoolkit.com. You already knew that. Got a video I wanted to share with you. It is a short clip of somebody I consider to be one of the greatest mentors that I've ever known, Dr. Nido Qubein. He's president of High Point University. I've brought him to my events several times to speak to my audience, and he never disappoints. He's incredibly inspirational, incredibly smart, high integrity, and every time I watch him speak, every time I'm in his presence, it really makes me want to up my game. So I pulled this clip from a session he just delivered at our boot camp, and he's talking about one of the lessons his mother taught him that has helped him succeed in life. And it's actually one of my favorite tips that he's given me in how to make my life and my business one of not just success, but significance. And I think you're really going to enjoy this. Even if you've seen him before, take a minute, watch the video, get inspired. Now, here's Dr. Nido Qubein.
Dumbasses are everywhere. Forgive me for this statement. In a group this large, there are at least a couple of dumbasses here. I'm not going to ask you to raise your hand, but you are here. This is just a law of probability. And so my mother said, who you spend time with? And I did not want to be poor anymore. I didn't want to live like my mama lived, God bless her. I wanted to be financially confident. And I listened to her when she said, the circumstances you find yourself in, you this morning, whether they're business or personal, the circumstances you find yourself this morning, whether you're going through some problems at home or at work, the circumstances in which you find yourself do not define where you end up. They only define where you start. Hope is eternal. So my mother said, what you choose is what you get. You got to take responsibility for your own behavior, your own thoughts, and who resides in your circle of influence. What you choose is what you get. May I be daring and say to you that whatever your circumstances today are, you got there based on choices you made along the journey of your life. Now, there are exceptions to that, of course. Someone who, God forbid, is diagnosed with cancer, they didn't get up in the morning and say, let me choose to have cancer. Someone who lost a loved one in a car accident did not say, I'm going to be careless so they can have. Of course not. But in most circumstances in your life or mine, our choices get us there. Even when you make a business decision, you make a choice. Prepare well, learn well, plan intelligently, or be haphazard, then wonder why it doesn't work. Let me tell you about my friend Jack. You're not going to believe this. My friend Jack has been married 8 times. The last time Jack got married, we all printed bumper stickers that said, honk if you've been married to Jack. You know, I gave you homework. Remember, circle of influence, who resides in your circle of influence? I'm going to give you more homework. You make bad choices, you create your own circle of concerns. What's on your list of concerns? What are you worried about? And how did you get there? And how can you avoid that in the future? You'll beat everybody at their own game because most people, ladies and gentlemen, would rather be comfortable than be excellent. Your competition is not as fierce as you've imagined it to be. So all of you have to-do lists. You're like me. You've got things to do every day. Sometimes you have too many things to do and not enough time in which to do them. You don't have to raise your hand. Just in your heart answer this question. How many of you here this morning have a to-be list? Not a to-do list, transactional stuff, but a to-be list, transformational stuff. What is on your list of to-be? And I got news for all of us. There's no way you can have a to-be list unless you have a stop-doing list. The only way we can become is to stop doing some things that are holding us back from becoming. That too is a matter of perspective. If you want to become more successful, if you want to double the size of your business, if you want to be happier in life, you got to stop doing some stuff that's keeping us from getting there. If you don't have that list, I've coached thousands of business people over the years. When they don't have that list, I said, this coaching session has now ended. You go home and you come back to me with these two lists, and I'll show you how you can turn your life dramatically in one direction, upward direction. Because the absence of these two lists, actually three lists, to be and stop doing, and who's in your circle of influence, the absence of those tells me you're just getting up in the morning and saying, blow in my ear, I'll follow you anywhere. You have no real clarity as to where you want to go and why. So, the third thing my mother said is how you succeed. How you change is how you succeed. The change and transformation are part and parcel of who we are. And that's an hour lecture in and of itself, which I won't get into because I got so much other stuff I want to share with you. But suffice it to say, who you spend time with, what you choose, how you change. These are three fundamentals that have served me well.